Thank you, and welcome to our witnesses to this special emergency session of the House Rules Committee. Most Americans are probably wondering what emergency we are here to address. They might think we're here to pass policies that promote safer communities, better health care, good-paying jobs, or that we're here to pass overdue budget bills or support our national security and our allies abroad. They would be wrong. We're meeting an emergency session to consider two bills. The first is designed to provide a tax break to wealthy New Yorkers, and the second is designed to bash Biden administration policy. It is fair to ask why these bills were brought up under emergency proceedings, and the answer isn't pretty. It's an election year, and as our rules colleague, Mr. Roy, so eloquently pointed out a few weeks ago, under Republican leadership, this Congress has done nothing of substance. And our Republican colleagues need something to go home and campaign on. So that's what we're going to do here today. Declare an emergency, do nothing, and then go home and campaign on it. We're meeting on an emergency basis for two bills that were only introduced less than 24 hours ago. They're going absolutely nowhere. The ink isn't even dry. With respect to the SALT bill, it's been noted that the bill was introduced last night with perhaps minor additions, but we really don't know what's in the bill, what the impacts are, as Mr. Schneider has suggested, because it hasn't been through committee process, it hasn't been through a hearing, a markup, there hasn't been the opportunity to amend it. There's no CBO estimate, but past CBO scores have indicated that poorly designed SALT bills would add billions to the deficit, as has been conceded. There's no pay for. And this one seems to be likely to create an administrative nightmare for the IRS because it includes a lot of, it would require a lot of data that's not commonly collected. So I would not call SALT deductions an emergency or a partisan resolution. I do have a lot of concerns about this bill. As has been noted, it hasn't been negotiated. It hasn't looked at what the impact is going to be. Just in the very short time we've had it, I noted three features of it which do cause concern. First, it's only available to people who itemize their taxes. So by definition, this is going to be people who make over $100,000. That's not going to be useful to the vast majority of my constituents. The second point is, as has been noted, it only applies to taxes filed this year, or for 2023. So it will give a benefit in 2024, which of course is an election year, so I think we all understand the reason for that part of the bill. And the third feature is that it only benefits married couples. Now, I know it's been framed as removing a marriage penalty, but census data shows that the demographics with respect to marriage have changed a lot in this country. And in particular, that fewer black people than white people are married. So I would have some questions about the disparate racial impact of this bill. The bills presented this morning are consistent with the course of conduct we've seen from the Republican majority this term. They claim a crisis, they do nothing or give a tax break to the rich, and then they leave town for a long weekend. So I can't support this bill, and I would yield back.
Thank you, General.